trauma can affect what you believe about relationships. So when you grow up in a dysfunctional family, you believe that this is how families work. Even knowing your family is dysfunctional, it's almost incomprehensible to believe that other families can be so different. You think, not you, the conscious you, but subconsciously, it feels like, they look that way, but there has to be something else down below, right? And not to call anybody out, but when I was giving an example earlier, and Joey said, who told you you were wrong? The mere thought of somebody telling a child that they were wrong and thinking, well, it must have happened, right? It must have happened to this person because they're talking about it. It's easy to see trauma when you've been through trauma. It's not easy to see function when you've lived in dysfunction. And this is a challenge I experience constantly when I'm talking about relationships and building the life that you really want. That, like, the idea that you could be like me. You could look a bit like a librarian or a suburban soccer mom. You could be a little heavy in the hips. You could be a little chubby. You could be a little difficult to get along with sometimes. And you could still live the life of your dreams with amazing people and never feel like there's not enough. But until you get there, until you've lived there, is that easy to believe? Is it possible? Trauma makes it impossible to see possibilities sometimes. Or maybe not impossible. I like to say it's not impossible, but it's improbable. Trauma makes it improbable to see the positive possibilities in you, in your life, in your partners, in your experiences. They can bias then how you experience everybody in the world. Somebody will come onto my writing and on FetLife, and I'll have written something about, hey, here is a great way to reach out to people and make better connections. And they will come on and they will take it like I just personally attacked them or their gender or whatever it is, even though I didn't even mention them. In fact, most of the time it's in my writing, I don't even mention a gender when I give examples, because unless the gender matters, it's not necessary. But people will gender it and then take the part of the hurt gender and feel like I'm attacking them. This is trauma.